What's up, world? Real here once again, Real Like You TV. Feel me? I'm down here on 4th Street Live. I know it's been a minute. It's been about a month, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes you got to lay back and it's just go into the cave for a minute and just study, you know what I'm saying, and fine-tune your craft, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm down here on 4th Street right now. Actually, I'm at 4th Street and Muhammad Ali. About ready to step upstairs into 96.5. The streets are talking. Our Prophet Christopher 2X show. Check this out. Like I said before, world, never gets old. Never gets old. Every day, brother even starting to, he's even starting to switch up his suits on you, y'all. Check this out. Once again, I introduce you to 2X.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us on Memorial Day weekend. We've got a good show lined up on the Streets of Talking today. I'm freshly back from the El Yunque rainforest in the island of Puerto Rico. We call it the Enchanted Island. And I really want to give a big shout out to the Taino Indians who inhabit that island and are the original inhabitants of that island who migrated out of Colombia. They're black Indians, they're very proud, and they have definitely did a great service to the people to keep the legacy going about being the original inhabitants of that beautiful island which we call Puerto Rico. With that said, today we've got a very, very, very powerful topic. It's titled Encountering Racial Harassment on the Job. How would you handle it? A firefighter's story. Pleasure Ridge Park firefighter Chris Glass shares his conversation with us about encountering racial harassment on the job. We think it's going to be very informative. We hope that a lot of listeners kind of draw from this topic today in this conversation about more or less what racial harassment entails, and when you encounter it, what should you do? How should your mindset prepare for that kind of interaction with another human being who doesn't see you properly and does that kind of stuff to you? So we invite you all to come on up in the studio today, and as always on Real Like You TV, we like for you all to not only hear the show but see the show through their great contribution to this project, which is the Streets of Talking, and bringing you all to video web. So join us in the studios. We're going to be talking to Chris Glass. It's going to be one for the archives. Thanks a lot. That's what's up. We're out of here. That's a wrap.
All right. Welcome to the Streets of Talking, the R Prophet and Chris 2X show. Thanks for joining us this great Sunday afternoon. I am R Prophet, and today we got a great show lined up for you. A very fairly controversial show. In fact, we're titling this Encountering Racial Harassment on the Job. What would you do? We actually have one of the firefighters from the PRP station. You may have heard about this case in the news about, you know, perhaps some racial harassment and things of that nature, and they're actually in court right now. So we have him as a guest. I'll let 2X introduce him. So we're definitely going to be stirring up a lot of emotions out there, and so we're going to need everybody to call in and let us know how do you handle racial harassment.
Like you said, when there's a culture of bias and prejudice in that industry, in that environment. We had a military officer call in about it being a culture in the military. How do we trust in organizations that are supposed to be for the public? How do we trust in those who are to protect and serve us, who our tax dollars go to, when we know that there is a culture of indifference?
Trying to apply yourself to the situation to be a problem solver by putting your presence in that situation to try to create at least a consciousness that there's other individuals in here who come from different walks of life, and they have to be here to make this place better. Equally, at the same time, they have to be very conscious that we're dealing with environments where, you know, these mindsets, once anger and rage sets in, it's not easy to break that kind of mold. So we have to use intelligence in the new millennium to deal with this kind of subtle racism.
Yeah, all right.
When you say educate them about what? The culture that exists from within? Do you think there's a culture, or you don't think there's a culture?
There is a culture that exists within. You know, I think about it every day. It's like if my parents were coming down Dixie Highway, would they get the same treatment as somebody else? You know, in a wreck. You know, I don't know. So.
Why would you encourage young men and women who are listening to this show to at least consider being a firefighter under the certain kind of environments that you said that already probably exist in some part of some fire stations? Why would you still tell them to at least consider being a firefighter? You all have a tradition of firefighting in your family. Why would you tell them to do that, knowing that some of these kind of mindsets exist in the workplace?
If we had more, you know, minorities in the fire service, you know, we could make a stand. There's not a single minority, you know, within the chief ranks, especially at PRP.
What's up, world? Real here. Just got out the show. Once again, it was just like I was going to church. You feel me? Just like church. Just got out of 96.5 Streets of Talking. About ready to talk to Tim Gerard real quick. I'm back here. You know, I always like to catch Tim in his element. You feel me? But I tell you, it's hard pressed to find anybody that think deeper than this brother right here. So we're gonna close out. I introduce you.
Okay.
What's up, Tim?
Powerful show today, and hopefully you get a chance to kind of absorb everything that they were talking about, because there's some bad, and then there's also kind of what you look at as challenges to what can happen. And if you look at things in terms of challenges instead of all negatives, then all of a sudden you elevate your game and you force people around you to elevate their game. So that's the message I'd like to leave with you.